Yes. Without further ado, we are here for another installment. This is the Built for Cuban Links podcast with your humble and gracious host, Yaya, and I'm here with my nearest and dearest friend,
Freezy, and we're back again and again and again and again and again.
Yes. But before we go any further, I do want to address something.
Some special people.
Built for Cuban Links nearest and dearest are in attendance. Day ones are in the building. Yes, they are. Members affiliated with PBF are here in attendance. We do have an audience yet
I'm not
again.
Affiliated.
Some are missing, but they are here in spirit.
We
You
have a
feel
good
me?
little batch though here.
Y'all want to say what's up? Say it louder.
Yo, what's good as kid?
You on file, you
Shy.
feel me?
He's so shy. He's so shy.
Amari in the back. What's up, Amari? How you doing? Yes.
The tag man himself.
We are here. We have a live audience. We have had live audience before, but this is very special because our friends are here watching us work. Yes, sir.
You're gonna get to work too.
You feel me? Friends are here, ready to work. You feel me? Ready to work. Had to set it off. Had to set it off. Had to set it off.
Before we get started, I just want to check in on you, good sir.
Yes, sir.
How you been doing over the last pod?
Chilling, bro. Chilling here, editing like fuck. You feel me? Niggas is editing hard. Niggas is marketing the pod. We is trying to strive for better things. Pushing entrepreneurship. I'm here chilling, bro. Summer been going good. Summer's done. Officially. The beach season is coming to an end. The planting season is coming to an end. The weather is getting colder. You have to go outside with a hoodie on. You can't just go outside in the morning times with just a sweater. Yeah, with just a shirt. You feel me?
It's about to be hoodie season. That's for damn sure.
That's a fact. But how have you been doing, Freezy?
I've been relaxing.
It's been a
ever
minute since
the
we
good
potted,
pod.
bro.
It's been a nice minute. We've been able to digest a lot of topics and music, I feel like, though. So that's
Yep.
always a good thing. You know me, though. I always want to get right to it. And I feel like this
Sure.
pod is marking the beginning of the third quarter of the year, which
Okay.
also marks the beginning of the third quarter of the music industry.
Okay.
And I think we should talk about some of the big heavy hitters
Nah,
that
but
are either rumored to come
Wait,
or
hold
on
up.
the way.
what have you been doing for the summer? The summer's almost done. What have you been
I've
doing?
been at the beach. You know, I go on my vacation.
Man,
I
trying
take
to go
my little
straight in for the
time, you know.
crowd, nigga. We
I look a little darker.
We're taking
right
a
now.
slow approach.
I've been in the sign a little bit. Y'all always want to relax and shit. But, you know, I'm trying to get in it. Pause.
You say you went on vacation.
Yeah, I went to the beach. Went to the shore.
I gotta take everybody here to the beaches by us. Y'all niggas can play it at the courts and shit. It's nice over there. Feel me? Maybe next year.
Yeah, I don't even play though. He just watch
Yeah, I can't.
because he can't hoop.
Yeah, alright,
He
nigga.
can't hoop. He can't hoop.
Yeah, alright, nigga. But so you saying the beach has been going on. The college students out there.
I started school already.
Feel me?
I'm sure everybody else has already who's in school.
Good luck with the semester, but I will not be attending. Sorry. I'm taking the road less traveled.
Yeah, I took a couple credits and was like, yeah, fuck this.
I made it to the dean's list and chose not to go back. It's okay.
Talk that talk, man.
It's okay. You feel me? It's not for everybody. You feel me? But niggas is pushing entrepreneurship. You feel me? And we here. We trying something. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
We trying something, and it is what it is. Yes, sir.
With that being
shout out
said,
to the college students out there. You feel me? Because this nigga Freezy's a college student still too.
hey, I'm in my last year. If you're in your last year, congratulations, class of 2024, baby. Let's go. Anyways, I just want to start things off. As of this moment in time, the Billboard Hot 100 has 3 songs at the top that are in the same genre. It's not been unusual for the last couple of years to see hip-hop songs at the top of the charts. But right now, we are dealing with a big country music wave.
Your boy Morgan Wallen?
Morgan Wallen is not number 1.
Okay.
Luke Combs, who was also a big name, is not number 1.
I never heard of him before.
Yeah, but he's a big name in country. There's a song called Richmond North of Richmond that is number 1 on the charts. It's been heavily panned as like a pro-Republican song, so it's been very politicized, but I think it's kind of a more working class type of song. Has some questionable lyrics, but I think it's just worth noting because over the last couple of years, we've had nothing but hip-hop at the top of the charts. And with the slow year in rap and hip-hop in general, we have not had great music. I feel like with an album that we spoke about on the last pod that has come out and we've had some time to digest it, a lot of time to digest it.
Okay.
Utopia.
Yeah.
You see,
we did cover it first.
I feel like the album,
before it came out.
It came, and I feel like it went already. Within a month, the sales are still strong. He's selling over 100,000 every week.
The ticket sales is strong too. I'm not gonna lie.
His tour, I think, is
niggas
selling
is
out
complaining
like
on Reddit. On Reddit, niggas is complaining, bro.
His tour is getting sold out very fast.
Niggas is like, yo, these seats is too high. Nigga, I've spent my life savings on this shit. Fuck it, I'm not doing it.
Yeah. And I think it stands to show a point. I mean, Travis Scott is probably one of the biggest artists in hip-hop, and at least commercially. We're at the point where even people are getting tired of his music. Maybe it's just this album. Maybe it's not necessarily in general. But at least this album has not resonated with, I think, the amount of people that Astroworld resonated with. He's had decent sales numbers. Off the top of my head, I know he did I think he did just about 400,000 first week, but he barely got into that. He had to do a lot of finagling with vinyl sales and things like that to get that number over 400,000. And then the second week, he took a step back down all the way to 147 first week. He then does a little trick. You know, I already spoke about before. Taylor Swift drops her album Midnights, and she sells 5 different vinyls at Target, and she gets every, to be perfectly honest, every white girl that's her fan to go to Target and buy up all these vinyls. It's great for numbers because she's been selling, I think she sold the most albums this year, and over the past 2 years, I think she sold the most albums out of any artist, period. But Travis Scott adopted this approach, and he still wasn't able to reach numbers of a similar level. Taylor did this, and she was able to sell over 1 million first week. Travis is doing these marketing plays with these vinyls to just barely get over 100,000 every week after that first week. And he even did a $5 discount sale for his vinyls to encourage people to buy them, which is kind of, I don't know. I feel like it smells a little desperate when you have to resort to something like that when you're such a big artist.
But don't all these niggas do that? Come on, let's be honest. All them niggas is figuring out how to finesse the strings now.
He can do it because he's such a big artist that his label will give him the full support. But, Trippie Redd's not able to do something like that.
Like what?
Trippie Redd is not going to be able to boost his album sales by selling a shit ton of vinyls just because his fan base isn't that, isn't that large.
I mean...
Trippie Redd is more... I think Trippie Redd sold 30,000 first week, but he's more reliant on fans coming back to his album and streaming these songs week after week. I think he signed like a $30 million deal based on the fact that he doesn't have great first weeks, but some of his songs live on for a while and eventually go on to go platinum. He has a lot of platinum plaques at this point. But yeah, I don't know. I think it says something because I feel like we hold Travis in such a high regard as an artist, but, his selling power might not be what it used to be, and it could be because he took such a long time in between projects, and then this one didn't reach the critical acclaim that the other one did. I think the hype was the same.
How much did he sell first week?
He sold 400,000, which I believe was less. I think Astroworld sold like 500, 600.
Yeah, the impact on Astroworld.
It was different. It's just different numbers.
It's hard to match something like that. That was a whole wave, to say the least. Feel me?
And to talk more about that album, I think he had some standout features. I think my favorite song off the album, as we discussed earlier in the day, man, Yaya, was Lost Forever.
Yeah, and I fuck with God's Country,
with West Side Gun. He really liked God's Country, which is a Kanye beat. Did a lot of Kanye influence on this album.
Yeah, but you could hear it, bro. You could hear that Ye, he took inspiration from Ye.
I think even more specifically, Yeezus. And I think that's clear to everybody who heard the album. It's very, very Yeezus-based. Kanye is the one who kind of gifted him that sound. God's Country was a Kanye song before it was a Travis song. And I don't know. It kind of... I don't think it was built to last that long. I think he was trying a bunch of different things. It's a very experimental album. But I don't think it was the right choice for him. And I think he drops another album. I think he probably should drop another album within a year or two. Because I don't think this one lasts as long. He might want to... He's going to tour this as quickly as possible right now while the hype is still somewhat there. But it's not going to have the staying power that he wants. Similar to what I said about Uzi. And we already know Uzi is dropping Barter's 16 pretty soon to make up for what the Pink Tape
You did call
came
that.
and went.
You did call that.
So I'm making a similar prediction with Travis. I think it's not enough to last him another 5 years like he did with Astroworld. It's just, to be completely honest.
It was that long since Astroworld and Utopia?
was 2018. Utopia is 2023. 5-year gap to wait for Utopia isn't, it wasn't worth the wait, pretty much.
Yo, on some real shit. When you say the standout with Westside Gunn, what song was that?
It was Lost Forever.
Lost Forever, right? That one, Westside Gunn was gonna fucking body him on that first half of that beat. Let's be honest. That was, I feel like, I was telling you before the pod, I feel like that was a executive maneuver to, let me put a beat switch so this nigga doesn't body me on my beat. You feel me? Niggas was gonna say, and you, some crazy shit is that you played the full track with Westside Gunn without the beat switch for Lost Forever, and that nigga murdered that beat with the other verse.
Honestly, I'm sure
that was intended for something else.
Westside Gunn's camp probably leaked that record. I don't think Travis would want that to see the light of day, because it again, I think verifies the point that you're making, that he knew he was going to get bodied on that song by Westside Gunn.
Yeah, that was
and
executive.
He wanted to maybe make a switch to not make it as apparent.
Yeah,
I think that adds on to another point though.
Beat switch was cool though.
I think the features really carried his album to what it was. Even besides that, if you think the album was great, I think you think the album was great because of the features. Westside Gunn feature, we already spoke about as a big example. Obviously, the Drake one was the most popular song off the album. Naturally, it's always going to do the most numbers because it's Drake. But even
I didn't really fuck with that one. It was alright.
I thought it was alright. I mean, the
really
disses are funny, but it's like I said, I think we talked about this before. I don't care about you dishing Pusha T and Pharrell anymore, but this one was a little bit more overt, so I think Pusha T will respond. And I think he has an album coming soon, and I think he'll respond.
That nigga Pusha T got mad beef. He got Jim Jones after him. They did a little sparring match.
But Drake is still very bitter.
He let it simmer.
You could tell it still hurts Drake.
Yeah, because that's his L. That's the L that you got to take.
That's the big L on his career.
That's the L that you got to take, son. You have to eat that.
But he's not really eating it if he's still, I think, going back to it and kind of addressing it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I think he's trying to poke the bear, and I don't know if he really wants that, to be honest. I don't know if he wants that. But yeah, the features kind of carry the album. Utopia. I think Tizo Touchdown was a big one that was very popular. I think it did the rounds on social media, TikTok, everybody loved it.
That is a familiar name.
Tizo Touchdown, he was on the Lil Yachty album that I really liked a lot, that started off as Sonic Ranch, but ended it as It's All There or something like that, but he was on that album. I think he has songs with Steve Lacy, other artists along those lines.
He's making his moves in the industry.
Drake took him out when he was on tour to kind of float him around, and he also said that Tizo is dropping an album that he already heard, and it's going to sound great. So I think he's probably one of these behind-the-scenes guys that's getting everybody's songs to sound as crisp and as perfect as they can, and he's finally getting his shine now. Because he's been around for a while. He's an older artist, too. So,
I got to listen to his music because I hear that name frequently, but I just haven't took the time to really listen. But his name has been appearing on many things, or people that I fuck with have him on a feature or vice versa. You feel me?
Yeah. I feel like Utopia should have had a bigger impact than it ended up being. I think the features helped it live a lot more. And yeah, again, I don't think Travis will last a long time with this album. I think he has to come back pretty soon to reassert himself in that dominant position that I think we kind of viewed him as before. I think he still has that pull. I saw the Circus Maximus event that he did, like the tour. I saw it on YouTube before it came out on Apple Music. And it looked great. I mean, he'll always be a great touring artist. He has a great eye for set design and things like that, but the music itself wasn't as great. He even had Beyonce on the album, and I think it was all right. It was a good song, but I didn't think it was
I don't even remember
anything
that song,
special. Exactly.
Honest.
It wasn't a memorable one off the album. And if you have Beyonce on your album and it's not a memorable song, I feel like you're doing something wrong on the album.
I haven't really gone back to the Utopia, though. The only shit I go back to is God's Country, but that's it. Yeah. Apart from that, I don't really touch back into that album. You feel me?
Yeah, I think it lasted for a good 2 weeks. Honestly, for a good 2 weeks, it was in my rotation heavily just because I'm trying to dissect and listen to the album a lot as soon as it drops so I can give a good opinion on it. But besides that, ever since then, I have not touched the album, really. I mean, I played it before just to refresh my memory, but before then, it's been like at least a couple of weeks since I've even heard a song from there. But yeah, I guess that's our Utopia take. Keeping it going in quarter three.
There's a lot of music is dropping, son. There's a lot of heavy hitters that's dropping, and end of September we is getting some joints. You feel me?
And I think I'm ready to cook the boy because he should have dropped multiple times already. I think he should have dropped August 25th.
You talking about Drizzy?
Yes. For All the Dogs should have came out August 25th, the day before National Dog Day. He drops the cover on the Monday of that week, which is usually what an artist will do.
Let's talk about that.
On Friday.
The fans was speculating that the shit was going to drop for the past 7 weeks now. You understand?
A couple months.
Niggas was saying that dog day, oh, he's going to drop on the dog. If he would have did that, that would have been a nice marketing ploy. You understand?
And it would have been a semi-surprise drop because he didn't put a date to it. But as soon as he dropped the cover and he didn't have a date with it, I knew, oh, this guy's not going to come for a little bit. I think he's just doing this to tease us and hold us over, build the hype a little bit. I think we're now getting to a point where people have been waiting for the album for so long that when it comes out, it has to be a really, really great album. Because if it's not, it's at risk of also coming and going, I think. Just because the expectation is really high for it now, if he doesn't reach that expectation, it's not going to look so great.
I think he whether he could take forever, niggas is still gonna love him. Nigga painting his nails and niggas still love him.
Everybody will still listen to it. Everybody will still listen to it, but when it comes to streaming now, the fact that people will keep listening to your album within that weekly cycle is the main point. Like Uzi was gonna do 250 based off the projections of how many people listen to his album.
Okay.
But it wasn't good, so it dropped down like almost 100,000. Because it didn't have replay value or people didn't enjoy it.
I don't think Drizzy has that same problem. That nigga is loved by everybody and hated by.
I think he's at the point now where he has to make a statement. He definitely has to sell more than Travis first week, which is at least 400,000. His real competition, I think, as everybody thinks, is maybe along the likes of Taylor Swift and Bad Bunny, who do really well first week.
Yeah.
And I don't think he'll be able to topple Taylor, partly because Drake doesn't usually do the vinyl bundle package thing to sell first week numbers. But his music should be good enough to the point where it's at least getting close. I don't know. On the album so far, there are rumors, but I think they're pretty much confirmed because he's talked about him while he's been on tour.
So when we think this shit is coming out? In the wintertime or
I have a theory actually about that, but I just wanted to lay out some. Nicki, I think, is definitely going to be on the album. Mm-hmm. Bad Bunny, I think, is definitely going to be on the album because he takes out Bad Bunny and he says, me and Benito haven't done a song in about 5 years or 6 years, which was Mia from a long time ago. Mm-hmm. So I think it kind of shows that he's going to go a little bit more pop. He's going to bring in bigger artists and maybe
You think that it's going to be pop, bro? I think it's going to be R&B. That nigga about to drop in and kill everything.
I think we're way past the point, you want a full R&B album from Drake and I want a full rap album from Drake, and I think we're past the point to where we're never going to see that ever again.
R&B, yes, it's possible.
I don't think so.
Leaks that you sent me, nigga, them shits is heavily R&B. Them shits will go straight to the R&B playlist.
Yes, but I don't know if those will ever see the light of day. Those leaks, I don't know if they'll ever get an official release.
Yo, on some real shit, I was on Reddit and I saw another shit was like they was playing it in the club somewhere.
Exactly, and in that song he's talking about I should be locked up with Young Thug in them. Like
it was a quick snippet. That shit was less than 5 seconds.
He's like for all the dogs. He's talking about I'm trying to go back to the old Drake, which I assumed would be R&B Drake. But from some of the leaks and some of the snippets that have been coming out, he's kind of doing a lot of rapping. Some of the Lil Yachty, like old Playboy Cardi type beats. I think it's just going to be a mix of everything. I don't think we're ever going to get that solid concept album from Drake, and I think it's just because he's too commercial for it at this point. But, I think the album will have high expectations. It's up to him to meet him. And if he doesn't, then we will be here to clown him for it.
I think he's going to meet it. You kind of hard on him.
Maybe I'm a little bitter because he keeps pushing back the date because he's saying that I haven't announced a date, but I think he has had dates in mind, but he's kept pushing them back. I mean, we've talked about this since July of this year. He's on tour. He's saying the album will come in 2 weeks. Then he's saying I'm sorry, it'll come really soon. Then he's saying it's a summer album, and now the summer's over.
Yo, did you hear that? 40, Noah 40. He got fucking like he was going through something like his sickness is acting up, so maybe he wanted to hold it off so a man could mix the whole project.
It could be a part of the reason, and he needs.
Hopefully, he's all right.
He needs 40's touch on the album to make it a Drake album. I think I'll go into my theory now. My theory for all the dogs and when it's going to come out. Drake's tour, I believe, is scheduled to end on October 9th, which is a Monday. That very Friday in October is Friday the 13th. Drake has never dropped an album in October in his life.
Really?
He's talking about he's going back to the old Drake. It would make sense to drop in October. And if you want a perfect date to go with all that, like what he's talking about on Meltdown, where he's acting like he's a thug or a goon and he's got shooters and he's with the Wassas or whatever the fuck
he does.
I think if you really want to go for that kind of scary hours vibe, you go for a Friday the 13th drop date. And if he doesn't drop then I think it's back to my other point I also made at the end of last pod. I think he's ducking Kanye West, because Kanye West is rumored to be dropping really soon. And there's a lot of snippets and music that's been coming out of his camp.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he was ducking Uzi to give him, to let Uzi shine. He was ducking Travis because he was scared of what those numbers would do.
Okay.
And now he's put himself into a corner where he's still working on the album. But now you're going to have competition from Kanye. You're going to have competition from Diddy. You're going to have competition from a bunch of other albums. They're going to come out and take some shine.
Diddy's not dropping. Diddy's at Invest Fest with EYL.
I think Diddy drops before For All the Dogs drops. I think Diddy drops within the next month and a half.
I don't, possibly. I don't know. I don't know.
And
possibly.
I don't think that's enough time for All the Dogs to come out.
Because that's an R&B capsule I've been waiting for. Called that shit from a couple pods back. You understand? Niggas been wanting that Diddy album. You understand? Because he got major figures on that album. Brent, you said Brent was on it. I didn't even know that.
They had a list of artists scheduled to come out on that. But anyways, to end the For All the Dogs take, I think he's waited too long, and it's going to be a little tough for him. That album's got to be an A1 album for it to do what it's supposed to do. So that's it. Yeah, moving on, you want to talk about Diddy and Love Records?
Nah. I got you.
I got the feature list whenever you want it.
You pulled it up?
Yep.
They already released it?
Well, they have the list of all the features that are going to be on the album, which is why I'm saying I think Diddy drops relative. If you're announcing all the features on the album, I think you're dropping right.
It could be nearing it. That album has been wanting to come out for this whole year. I've been waiting on that shit to come out. So maybe
I've been teasing it.
He does that. You said we're in quarter 3 right now?
I think we're in the beginning of quarter 3 right now.
So it could be
music doesn't usually drop in the fourth quarter for whatever reason. I think it's because I think once it's past November or October, it's out of Grammy contention for the next year. So that's why the fourth quarter is usually relatively slow when we get a bunch of holiday albums and shit.
I'll be waiting for it. You feel me? But in this music sector that we are in, a lot of music has dropped. Brent Faiyaz just dropped a single called Moment of Your Life featuring Coco Jones,
who are both going to be on the Diddy Love album as a part of Love Records.
You feel me? The promo for that record I just want to talk about real quick because I feel like it's very cliche because a lot of artists do this, but
it's such a underground rapper, like SoundCloud rapper from back in the days, like drop 100,000 comments.
Fam,
I'll drop.
He asks his Insta followers to comment and he'll release it. They got it to 100K comments. He did ask for 100K comments. You feel me? So I think I
helped him out with that too. I dropped a couple comments.
Fam, I checked it, and within like the first 10 minutes, it was already at 60,000. I was like, yeah, this nigga gonna drop that shit. It ends up dropping, and it has that classic R&B feel like Brent has been given to the people for a long time. You feel me? And yeah, a lot of R&B musical textures. The you know how in R&B they got that dun 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 like that. You understand? So I like that track. It got added straight to the R&B playlist where it belongs. You understand? And I really like that track, Moment of Your Life, featuring Coco Jones. You feel me? I've heard that name, but I still have to check on her. You feel me? I haven't really listened to her music like that. I believe,
if I'm not mistaken, right. I think Coco Jones... Have you ever seen the movie Let It Shine? That was a Disney movie with Everybody Hates Chris. You remember? Possibly. And he's like a rapper, and he raps. He's a guy from church. You remember? Amari knows what I'm talking about, right? Let It Shine.
He knows Everybody Hates Chris. He probably don't know that.
She was the female lead in that Disney show. So she's like a Disney. She's kind of from Disney.
That's interesting. I didn't know that
Disney,
part.
But she could sing really well.
But yeah, he dropped, and Brent is coming. You feel me?
Brent is coming.
Doja is actually coming. The official release date for her album is at the end of September. You understand?
And Yaya is now a demonic worshiper along with the Doja Cat.
Listen here. Let me tell you something. At first, I ain't fuck with her. Like everybody else, I ain't fuck with her. But she could spit. Talent is gold. She's talented, bro.
She's very talented.
She be doing a whole bunch of shit with the white niggas on the yachts and doing all this dumb shit.
You don't remember in the chat room?
She's nice, fam. She's nice. Let's talk about it. She's nice. And it is what it is. Paint the house red, or what is it called? Paint the town red. I think
and
that was
demons.
I think that was a joint. I think that was a joint. You feel me?
She's playing into the demonic Satan. She's literally dressed up as the Baphomet, literally, in her music video. like it's actually unbelievable. I don't think she's actually about that life. I don't think it's some Illuminati ritual shit. I think it's just
she shaved her head. It's called Scarlet. The album that I'm talking about is called Scarlet.
I think it's promo because
it's 15
she knows
songs.
that we're going to talk about it because she's doing outlandish shit. Which, honestly, in my opinion, it kind of hurts her case now if she drops an album and the sales are not up to what they should be, because now you're doing all this bullshit even though you're so talented and you can't even sell records.
I do want to...
So we got to see what happens with that.
I do want to point out that, you feel me, it is a rap album. It is not a pop album like before with the Woman, which was a global platinum hit. That album won her a Grammy. That last album won her a Grammy for a fact. You feel me? So she is saying, by saying, yo, I'm dropping this 15 track all fucking rap. Specifically rap, not pop shit. She's spitting on paint the town red. You feel me? She's talking her shit, and I love it. I ain't fuck with her. I ain't never used to give it to her like that. You feel me? Because I was like, fam, I ain't really fucking with her. She's a weirdo. You feel me? But she's nice. She's nice. You gotta be honest. I mean, I'm hard on her like Ice Spice. You feel me? Like, we hard on Ice Spice. Like, I'm hard on her the same way. But nigga, when you dropping good music, I gotta say you dropping good music, and she's nice. She can spit. She making great catchy music, and it's she's very a pop star. Music. I don't know if she needs all the gimmicks though. That's what I'm kind of fazed by. Like, I don't understand why she would need to do all this gimmicky shit. She's come out and she said, "I don't give a fuck about all my fans. You can unfollow me or whatever the fuck." And I don't know if that's something like that. It could be promo, but it could also be more indicative of, I don't know. She's going through some shit, and she doesn't feel like she has the popularity she used to have. Because if you look at her YouTube page and you look at the views that she has, she still does millions of views, obviously, which is not she won bad a Grammy, for any artist. She won a Grammy, bro, off a pop song. Son. But once you start to I feel like that fan base fading a little bit, it may lead you to do more outlandish shit. But how often can you do outlandish shit and it hit the same? You know what I mean? You can't do this and then top it. Like, how else are you gonna top? Like, you're gonna eat a goat's heart. Maybe maybe she's not even giving a fuck about that. She's just doing outlandish shit. She's doing out of pocket shit just to do out of pocket shit. You feel me? Hey, and more power to her if that's what it is. But I personally just don't respect it as much. I think it's too gimmicky for me. You was singing that shit when I played it. Let's talk about it. It's catchy. I played music before the pod, and I played Paint the Town Red, and this nigga was, I'm a devil. This nigga was fucking singing, so I don't want to hear none of that shit. It's catchy. Nigga, it's catchy. Fuck out of here. Does it make it last? Time will tell. Nigga, that shit got added to the fucking R&B playlist, son. Time will tell. That shit got added to the R&B playlist, dog. I don't know. I think she about to drop some crazy shit. A little bit on that. To me, I feel like she's like a Corey LeRae, Corey LeRae, or what? How you pronounce her name? Corey LeRae. My fault. It sounds the same shit, but nigga, to me, when she gets in her spitting bag, she remind me of Corey LeRae. Feel me? If that's a good thing, I don't know if that really sounds like a good thing. I think it's a good thing. I mean, well, I think she's better. I think she's more versatile. You feel me? You feel me? But maybe I'm just putting these niggas, I'm bullying. You feel me? I'm bullying. I'm talking shit right now. Keeping it within the Doja Cat universe, someone who she had, Woman, you mentioned, she had a hit song with SZA. Dropped a music. Actually, before she dropped a music video, she had a little competition with Summer Walker. And I didn't want to take the lead on this one, but I will if I have to. But did you see the competition that she had with Summer Walker? Wow, when they were shaking ass? Who did you think won? Summer was doing her thing, I'm not gonna lie. She was doing her thing. No comment. How you gonna bring it up and say no comment? What kind of bitch nigga shit is that? Hey. I just bring up the topics. This nigga, what the fuck? This nigga ain't giving it up. You see that? This nigga bring up the topic and then not say nothing. All right. So I bring up and Yaya, what do you think about it? The single man has to talk, but it's all right. But since we are on, wait, you was gonna say something about SZA? She drops the snooze video. Yeah, I like the Kill Bill music video better personally because she was tied up in ropes. But in the snooze video, we get Justin Bieber. Boy. We get the dude from Beef. I forget his name, but he has like a funny name. And Benny Blanco eating French fries off of her booty cheeks and dipping it into ketchup. And wish it was me. When I was watching the video, the only person I could think of was Yaya because I was wondering how he felt seeing his Woman Crush Wednesday get treated like that in a music video. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay, she can still get it. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. But since we on R&B, I do want to shine a spotlight on an artist that I have heard bubbling in the media, and I have fucking been following her since the pandemic. You feel me? Since 2020 when I really found her, and I'm talking about Victoria Monét. Mm-hmm. She's a songstress who has worked with the likes of Ariana Grande, Chloe and Haley, you feel me? And I found her during the pandemic looking through R&B playlists on Apple Music, you feel me? And she released hits like Moment and Coasting, which is kind of recent. Coasting is recent, Moments from 2020. But they are on the R&B playlist. And she recently released an album called Jaguar 2 featuring Buju Banton, Earth, Wind, and Fire. You feel me?
That's big features.
And Lucky Day, and that's it.
Another big feature.
You feel me? But it was a quick 11 tracks. You feel me? And to me, it was good music from start to finish. It was only 30 minutes. I played it before the pod. Freezy said he fucked with it. You feel me? And to me, it had a high production value, live instruments. You feel me? Everything screamed R&B. You understand? And yeah, I love that. And she was, this album actually fully got added to the R&B playlist. You feel me? And that is not something easy to do because the last person to do that was Summer Walker. The only people to really go on the album and I add the whole thing, if you drop an album and I fuck with it, it's really been Summer Walker. Summer Walker, every time she drops, I could do that with her album specifically. You feel me? But some key standouts do include Smoke featuring Lucky Day, you feel me? Smoke Reprise and All Right, which was a joint. I played it for you where you said that you fuck with it. It was the first one that I played, you feel me? And How Does It Make You Feel? I fucked with. I'm In One, I fuck with. And Goodbye, you feel me? And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people can't make it to the R&B playlist fully if they drop an album. Maybe I'll take a couple 1 and 2 tracks from here, but to get fully on the playlist, without a doubt, I gotta tip my hat to that, you feel me? I gotta tip my hat to that, and Victoria Monét, I fuck with her, and yeah, I'm very pleased with this drop, you feel me? Very pleased. She's doing her thing.
I was pleasantly surprised when I heard
She pushing the bar for R&B, I'm not gonna lie. It's a big statement.
She has a lot of big cosigns too. I was looking at her Instagram as soon as you showed me the music. I was like, okay, who's backing this? A lot of big industry people are following her. I'm not going to drop any names because I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember looking at the list and I was
She's
like,
a songwriter too.
She has a lot of push. She has a lot of push.
She's a songwriter too, you feel me? I'm not really sure who specifically she's written for, you feel me? But she gives me that Money Long, you feel me? That's that Money Long feeling where it's a songwriter that's in all these writing rooms, you feel me? And just has chosen to begin to push her solo career. You understand? So I fuck with her. Shout out Victoria Monét, and she doing a thing for the R&B playlist right now. Feel me? I was getting kind of skeptical. I was like, yo, ain't really no music. I gotta wait for Drizzy to drop so I can get some R&B added to the playlist.
That's what I kind of been feeling too. I feel like people are holding off for right now because they thought he was coming, but now that he's not, it's like, okay, it's open season. Let's get it out while we can type shit.
You feel me? So that's just one. That's just the R&B spotlight that I wanted to shine on her. You feel me? Because she's doing her thing.
Keeping things music. I wanted to touch on a debate that has been going on. It's been rise. I think everybody's talking about it.
What?
I mentioned it a little bit before the podcast. Gunna having, now that the summer's officially over, I think, you mentioned the J Hus,
yeah,
and Drake's song being the song of the summer.
Okay.
Song of the summer. A lot of people feel like it was Fuck You Mean by Gunna.
Okay.
And a lot of people are saying his album was the best rap album of the year as well. Mm-hmm. I just wanted to know your thoughts on that. I think I already made my thoughts clear on the last pod. It was a good song that had a lot of promo. And if you're talking about a male rap artist who's had the biggest song this year, I think that's been the biggest song this year. And I don't know if anybody will top it.
I don't really feel that way. Me personally, I haven't played that nigga all summer, and I've been fully fine without it. But it is in rotation for others. You understand? But with me personally, that's not really my song of the summer. My song of the summer was Drizzy and J Hus, or Central C, the freestyle with him and Drake and Central C. That is another one.
But I mean, it's been consistently in the top 10 of the Hot 100 ever since it dropped. I don't know if it hit number 1. I think it definitely hit number 2 at the very least. But it's been the biggest record this year. Just completely talking numbers-wise in rap. Again, another guy who consistently keeps features with him, along with Diddy. similar ilk, not the same person though. DJ Khaled is coming with an album pretty soon. He dropped a single.
God did. God did.
Bring out the whole ocean. He dropped a single with Future, Lil Baby, Lil Uzi, and it sampled "Pretty Young Thing" by Michael Jackson. And I think they disrespected that sample, and I think it was probably a waste of money. I don't think it was good. I don't think it was good at all.
All right, but I do have a question because you say that DJ Khaled is gonna drop. So do you feel that we are gonna get that? Oh, everybody's on the album, and he's gonna try and make everybody feel anticipated to get the album because everybody's featured on it. You feel me? To me, I feel like that just degrades the value low key because it's like, yo, you have all these niggas on one song on one fucking album, and niggas is not fucking with it.
I think it's kind of ever since he started he got popular off of Snapchat and he was able to use his connections to put together albums with the biggest artists. But his album sales have been going down consistently, especially in that first week.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's devaluing the thing, bro.
It's again very gimmicky. So we come to expect it, and the music doesn't always sound the best. It usually sounds like, okay, I'm gonna take this nice beat that somebody else made, I'm gonna arrange it the way I want to arrange it, and then I'm gonna call my friends to come and hop on the album without even any structure to it.
That's a fact.
He already announced he has Drake on the album twice, which makes me wonder if it will come before For All the Dogs. But I think it's more likely that he'll drop before Drake drops because we don't know when Drake is going to drop.
I don't think so. I think
Drake is going to use it as promo. I think that's what Drake was trying to do with Meltdown on Travis's album. He was trying to use it as promo to kind of push off and then like, oh, you like that song? Guess what? I'm dropping an album now too. To kind of boost the sales a little bit. But, again, I think it'll be a come and go. But I'm looking out for those two Drake songs, like always. They usually have good collaborations together, so I'm going to keep my ear out for that.
Does it have a name?
Not yet.
So it doesn't have a name, so it can't come out before For All Dogs.
But if he's already dropping the lead single to the album, I feel like it's a sign that the rollout is imminent. It's on its way.
It's true.
But yeah. In terms of other songs that dropped, J. Cole dropped a song with. Or Gucci Mane dropped a song with J. Cole. That was all right. It had a decent J. Cole feature. But yeah, I think its music's been relatively quiet, even though we've been away for a little while, because people are, Travis Scott's Utopia has been number 1 for 4 weeks, so it's going to mess with everybody's numbers. And then if Drake is expected to drop within a couple of weeks or a couple of months, your album, if you drop an album now, if you're like if you're not the highest artist, you might get number 1 for a week, you might not, and then your album might kind of drop off exponentially once the bigger artist and Drake comes along. So yeah, I guess I'm good with music for now. Unless you have any other.
I got a few things. I got quite a few things right here. But I do want to say the importance of live performances for artists. You feel me?
Okay.
I just want to shine a light on that because a lot of niggas don't take the performances as they should, or they're not good. Let's be honest.
Are you trying to mention any names?
Not right now. The examples of these live performance platforms are Tiny Desk and On the Radar Radio. You understand? Those are two that have had recent drops that have been, I believe they have been good. Starting with Action Bronson, his recent Tiny Desk concert was amazing. And
I didn't even get the chance to see that.
Fam, you should. You should. That shit was amazing. He shot it down, bro. He shot it down, bro. And I love that one. And I do want to talk about this Drake and Central C
on the radar.
On the Radar freestyle.
It charted on Billboard.
The Radar Radio. What's it called?
On the Radar freestyle.
Yeah. On the Radar.
Which I believe they're New
freestyle.
York based On the Radar, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're very popular with a lot of drill rappers, right?
They was trending.
Brooklyn, yeah.
Fam, they was trending, bro. They was trending. Drake and Central C were trending after that freestyle on YouTube, and since people liked it so much, they were like, "Yo, we're gonna put it on Apple Music."
I think they do usually do that though with their releases, but I don't think they usually chart, which is the big deal with this because, obviously you have Drake's song on streaming, it's gonna chart on Billboard. Also, it came out a couple of days off from like the release window, so it didn't have as long to get as many streams to make it have a higher peak.
That's a fact. To me, this is very big because Central C proves he could hang with the GOAT. And
I think he had a good verse.
And
I don't think Drake had the best verse on that.
I think Central. If it was in one take, it would be very, very. That's good. If it's one take,
did you like that combination?
Yeah, that shit's a meme forever now.
Yeah.
But
I think that helped the song also a lot too.
It was a feature that the world didn't expect, and we loved it. You feel me? There was a feature that no one was expecting, and then all of a sudden you see these two niggas.
I could have done without it.
You're bugging.
I didn't really care for it.
You're bugging.
I didn't really care for it. I like when Drake does the British drill, but he really leans into. I think since Cinch was there next to him, he was a little embarrassed to do it, because he was like, okay, I'm hanging with one of the real ones, so I can't really get my shit off, I feel like.
Nah, that ain't could hang. But Central C, you can't, nigga, notice how you're saying that Central C did not hang with him? Like, it was...
No, I think
it was,
Drake
his
didn't want to hang
good.
with Cinch, I feel like, to be honest.
If you could say the greatest rapper of the decade, you could hang with that means that you're something. It's not an easy thing to hang with the GOAT like that. You feel me? Let's
but
be
also,
honest.
it's a big look for him, but I think it's also Drake using whatever clout he can get off Cinch while he was hot, because he had the couple records that were popping.
But they fuck with each other.
Yeah,
they fuck with each other. What you mean?
An artist that's on the level of Cinch will always, you're not going to reject the Drake feature because it's going to be one of those songs to boost your streams on your catalog, and it's going to make your record deal negotiations a little bit easier,
And when it dropped too, that shit is on OVO.
Yeah,
that shit is not on the radar. That shit is on OVO. That shit is licensed to OVO.
And that's similar to what he did with the Bobby girl. To touch back on her, that was something.
Yeah, she paying $500 to get niggas on her podcast. Yeah, all right, nigga, get the fuck out of here with that. Fuck out of here with that. Who believe in that shit?
Had that interview with Drake that went super viral. Had 10 million views. She goes on to have Mark Cuban, Lil Yachty, Tyga. Even J Balvin, I saw recently, just did another interview with her, which is kind of crazy. They've been dropping off exponentially in views because obviously this girl cannot interview for shit, and everyone's tired of the fucking I don't understand nothing, I don't know who you are gimmick, which frankly I think is, we were tight at it in the beginning, and people like, why are you mad? And I'm like, I'm mad because it's a gimmick that won't last, so you're pushing this shit.
It could last, nigga. That's her shit. That's her lane.
She dissed on Yachty because she said that Yachty was a weirdo, basically calling Yachty an awkward weirdo, and that he was sus around her. Even though you're getting that interview with Yachty, you're gonna take that shit. Obviously, she's acting like it was a gift to Yachty, her doing the interview with him, which is to me, frankly, bullshit. But I don't know. I don't understand it. Drake, he did an expert move. He played Tyga's song "Rack City" on the podcast, and by doing that, Young Money, Cash Money was able to copyright claim the video.
That's petty as fuck.
To get money from it. So Drake is like, oh yeah, you think I'm giving you this big look? Yeah, you're going to take the 10 million views. But guess what? I'm getting all the monetization off of it.
Nigga, but that's only one episode. That 10 million views brings in all the subscribers. That's true.
That's
a
I'm sure he doesn't need the YouTube money anyways, but it's kind of funny that he's like, okay, you might think that you have the power and it's on your platform, but really, I run the shit. I own the shit.
Nigga,
nothing you can do about it.
Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that. That nigga can't be petty if he wants.
He's a petty little dude.
Feel me? And it is what it is. But I do have something else. I have two other things. I have this, since it's been a minute since we potted, you feel me? But we are back yet again.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But since then, Tory and Meg, the verdict was met. Tory was sentenced to 10 years in jail, you feel me? And the team is still fighting.
I think Tory is fucking wasting a shit ton of his money.
My question is,
he's gonna have to eat that case.
Fam, you gotta fight. If you believe you're innocent, you gotta keep fighting, but it is gonna get costly. You feel me?
It's gonna get costly, and how are you making money from behind bars? You can't make that show money no more. His music is completely independent.
He has artists.
The streaming don't pay out as much. That streaming don't pay out as much, and those percentages, when you find a case like that, you're gonna spend in the hundreds of thousands, if not maybe even get close to that million mark.
A couple million. It's past $1 million already, nigga. The trial was already past $1 million. Lawyer fees is up, son. But my question is, what does this mean for music?
From him?
Well, yeah, and the future of the sound of R&B, because everybody loved this nigga. Now this nigga's gone locked up. You feel me?
There's definitely a big gap.
I do want to say something. On Instagram, I seen this nigga put up some free Tory merch. You feel me?
That's just all
right after the.
I wanted to get a shirt.
Right after they sentenced this nigga was like, yo, fuck it, I'm dropping the shirts. The meme pages and everyone miss Tory. You feel me? So when the meme pages post you, you know you popping. And the meme pages is like, yo, I fuck with Tory, and where's this nigga? So niggas miss Tory back. Niggas want Tory back. You feel me? And I feel like him, like what you said, him not being there is gonna leave a space, but it's gonna evolve. It's gonna have to evolve without him. But it hurts to say, but fuck with Tory. You feel me? But
allegedly, the Alone at
it is
Prom
what it
Deluxe is ready to go, which I think would be big in terms of getting some money real quick. But I don't know. I think he might have. He dropped about, ever since the Meg situation happened, I think he dropped about 6 projects. We want more music from him, but he might have already shot his load. Pause.
This nigga said, this nigga had to say pause. But yeah, so I just wanted to put that out because that was something that we missed during the intermission of the pod.
Yes.
Stu, what's good?
I was gonna say, bro, that's a nigga. He's the type of dude, right?
Speak freely, nigga. Speak freely,
Why is he
nigga.
censoring himself?
Speak freely. What you gotta say? What you gotta say?
He's the type of nigga, bro. You just seen on his lives. He a nigga who just is constantly recording songs. He probably got thousands of songs.
That's true.
He probably release a project every year while he's still locked up, kind of like both Rito did.
To be honest, I hope so. I really do hope so. Free Tory.
Shout out Stu, the man behind the pod outro.
Shout out Greedo too.
Feel me? Shout out Stu. But
moving on from a locked up rapper
to what?
Do you want to go on to
Who?
He's not locked up, but they had him locked up for 2 minutes. To Mr. Trump himself.
I got one more music shit. Then
one more. Okay.
Then we could go political, nigga. We could go ballistic after. But I do want to shout this out because we did talk about it before. But artists like La Russell and I Am DDB, which I love. I found her back in the day, and I love her. She's a underground R&B artist, but she's mainstream. But the label fucked her. But she gonna be big in a few. You feel me? But Eric Bellinger, Ransom, 38 Special, Jadena, and others choose to release music on a platform called Even Biz.
I never heard of this.
Who are empowering artists and fans to invest in each other, allowing artists to directly profit from their craft, connecting directly to the consumer, and it also allows the consumer to pay, quote unquote, pay what you want. So if they release something on that platform, and you could pay $1, you could pay $100, you could pay $1,000.
So basically, these artists are working for tip money at this point because the streaming is not paying out.
I wouldn't call it that, fam. You can't, because nigga, you can't call it that because it's kind of innovative towards to where you could directly profit from another platform that's not Spotify that's robbing you 1,000 streams for 2 pennies.
I mean, it's true because they're not paying out what artists feel like they should be paying out. But if that's the case, they would take off their music from Apple and Spotify if they really wanted to make a big point, but they're not going to do that because it's going to cut off a big part of their revenue. It's still going to
be there, but I'm just saying it's an innovative thing that we haven't seen before.
Okay.
Pay what you want for some music. That's big on the artist's standpoint. That was never seen before. You feel me? You understand?
And we're always for
Stu, what's up?
Bigging up the independent artists.
Similar to that Tory Lanez point, or similar to Tory Lanez.
Tory did similar things to that too.
The crypto shit where he released the album for $1.
Mm-hmm. The NFT album.
That's basically like a similar thing to that, and like you could kind of create a platform surrounding that as well. Like,
so
and even Biz got
doing
locked
that.
up. A lot of those albums have gone up in price on the NFT market that he put them on.
And he's still making money every time they resell it.
Yeah.
That's also why that's a good thing. And everything's tracked.
Yeah. So Tory was a little ahead of the curve with that too.
Nah, that's a fact. I do have two. You want to get into Trump?
I don't want to get into.
All right, hold up. Let me just get this off because
they both selling shirts. Both selling shirts.
All right, hold on. Let me just shout out the Reggae Girlz real quick. The Reggae Girlz qualify for the Women's World Cup for the first time ever, making history.
They got into the round of 16 for the first time ever. I was waking my ass up every morning.
This nigga has a jersey before me. It's crazy. I'm about to cop mine. It's in the mail.
I was going to wear it today, but it's in the wash.
You feel me? Just in time for Jamaica's 61st independence, which was August 6th. You feel me? So, that was big in the soccer realm.
Yeah,
shout out the Reggae Girlz.
As soon as they got eliminated, I could give a fuck. I could give a fuck about that shit.
Shout out the Reggae Girlz. You feel me? But I do want to say there was some corruption from the Jamaican Football Federation right before the Women's World Cup qualifiers. Actually, the girls posted like they all posted letters saying how they didn't hear about the squad for the World Cup, and that shit was like 2 weeks before. The country has no plans for these niggas, and they end up going to the fucking the qualifiers. You feel me? They end up going
all the way
long
to the
route.
World Cup.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So the Jamaica has corruption just like every other third world country and every other country, to be honest. And when it comes to the soccer department, they didn't believe in the Reggae Girlz, and they end up going to the fucking. They almost end up. You feel me? Having a chance.
The men haven't done.
The men haven't done that
in years.
You feel me? They still haven't done that shit.
And they have a great team.
Niggas have a great team. That shit is crazy.
They have a great roster.
You feel me?
They got 3 Premier League starters
and more coming.
On that team.
And more coming. You feel me? There's niggas better than Leon Bailey. You feel me? But I just want to shout out the Reggae Girlz real quick. You feel me? And since we are on Jamaica, I do want to say Jamaica has censorship has been happening since the beginning of stage shows. Popular music festivals like Sting and others like Reggae Sumfest censor Jamaican artists. So niggas will go on stage and want to rap and want to spit, you feel me? And they can't curse. And if they curse, they get locked up or fined. You feel me? You at a music concert and your culture is big and you can't curse. That shit fucked up the game. And no one really talks about it, so I just wanted to say that. And that censorship has to stop. And one last thing.
I think that's a good point. And you see that with a lot of foreign countries, especially when they're a little bit more on the religious rule sort of things. Artists really have to watch how they perform over there. Because there's been many, many times where they have been locked up and had to pay that Jamaica tax or, that third world country tax.
Some dumb shit just for spitting niggas.
It's some money. I mean, it's really a way of taxing them without telling them that they're taxing them. It's like you're breaking our rules, And what's the artist going to do when you're in another country? You fuck up, motherfucker. You're going to be stuck there for a little bit.
Fam, that shit used to fuck up the fucking, every stage show, there's no cursing. So it's like, fam, all these niggas is rapping and then they have to stop because they don't want to get fined or arrested. Like, all that shit is just funny baloney shit. But one last thing.
We don't agree with censorship here.
No, we do not. We are unfiltered.
Yeah, fuck that.
And free mind speak.
Unless you watch on TikTok, then we censor it. But that's because algorithm.
But one quick thing real quick. And now I see you, Stu. You feel me? The first Jamaican, or not the first Jamaican, the first Caribbean Music Awards just happened in Brooklyn a couple days ago. A lot of A-listers were in attendance. This music awards was the first time ever we have had a Caribbean Music Awards. This is history right here. Cool. And it was presented by someone you may know called Wyclef Jean.
Nice.
Legendary member of the Fugees. And to me, the production value was amazing. They had people do a tribute to Beres Hammond, which is in a Jamaican household, every party, you hear Beres Hammond. You understand?
Okay.
You feel me? So they did a tribute to an OG, you feel me? And it was on the level of the Grammys and on the level of the BET Awards, you feel me? The award show, it wasn't unorganized, you feel me? It was at a point where it was unorganized in a sense, but I feel like Caribbean people, we flourish when it's unorganized. We just ad-lib, you feel me? And you get to see the talented people come out. Major Hype was doing his thing, you feel me? And I just wanted to put that out there because that was the first time that has ever happened. We have never had a Caribbean Music Award.
You said he held it in New York City?
He held it in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn. That's pretty interesting.
He held it in Brooklyn. I didn't even know. I just seen this shit and I was like, whoa. The level of production, I'm just astonished. It was astonishing. And I just had to big up Wyclef because nobody had the bread to do that except for the man who sold over 100 million records. He's the only person that could do it because he's from the culture. He's Haitian, you feel me?
He made it all the way, too. He made it all the way to the very top.
You feel me? And he's always loved fucking Jamaica. And you know what? Some crazy shit? This nigga played a Michael Jackson dub plate. The people,
that's fire.
If you don't know what a dub plate is like where a nigga does a custom song specifically for you as a DJ, you feel me? And that's been the culture for Jamaica from years, you understand? So he has
I was put onto that by Drake because Drake had a couple dub plates leaked and they were pretty good.
Exactly. Fam, he has a Michael Jackson dub plate. Nobody has that ever. I don't even think the audience knows how rare that is. No one has a fucking record where Michael Jackson is saying, yo, I'm a killer sound boy. You understand? That shit is monumental. That shit is crazy. No one has ever done that. And that shit is official because it's coming from Wyclef. And nigga, that shit is official. You know it's official. But, yeah, bro. Yo, Stu, what was you about to say, bro?
Oh, I was going to say, it's kind of funny how, like, the censorship for the performances is in, like, those, like you're always saying, like, religious countries kind of shit. Because it's kind of opposite to the problem here. Like, people will say that the music here is too, like, gory,
exactly,
all this bad shit. But then there, it's kind of like the opposite. They're having a problem where they can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of funny how we're kind of, like, on that inverse plane.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. I think, like you mentioned,
I hope the mics is picking you up.
Yeah,
I hope the mics is picking you up.
If you didn't hear it, basically, over here we have more freedom to the point where people want to restrict it. But then you go abroad, if you have to deal with those censorship and those rules that they have abroad, then it may leave you wondering about how you feel about over here. We don't support no censorship.
Yeah, but I just wanted to shout that out because that was very monumental for all the islands in the Caribbean and the West Indies. Shout out everybody. Feel me? Everybody did their thing. The tribute to Bears Hammond was amazing, and he said he's coming back next year, and I can't wait because that right there was just beautiful to see. It was so beautiful, bro.
And shout out to all my Panamanians too, even though
they'll
never beat Peru in a soccer match.
Shut up. Yo, before you say that, the only thing that was missing, which I do wish they did include, was the Spanish-speaking countries in fucking the Caribbean, like Dominican Republic, you feel me?
Oh, they didn't have many dembow artists there?
They didn't have any. You feel me?
Any. Okay.
And they used...
They're a big part.
They took inspiration from Jamaica and made their own reggaeton shit, you feel me? So that was the only thing, was like, yo, he could have incorporated the Dembo niggas and you would have got the Spanish crowd, and that Spanish crowd
that could make that even bigger. That would make it even bigger.
But the thing is, you guys have the Latin fucking
exactly.
Awards,
they'll lump them in. But I think if like you're saying, this is the first time they're doing this, maybe they'll probably think about doing that in the future because that's the way to expand that market. That's the only
gripe I have is, yo, bring the fucking Spanish Mandem in because they love Jamaica off. Yeah,
I mean, it's too heavily. I mean, Jamaica's musically has influenced so much music, not just here, not just in the Dominican Republic, even in the UK. Their music is based in Jamaican music. Even their culture over there in the UK is more influenced by Jamaicans than I think even here in the States.
Because maybe they should distinguish themselves more instead of, because they already have Latin music.
Exactly.
Maybe they should do reggae music rather than Caribbean, because then they're able to distinguish themselves and not have to latch on.
Yeah, and then they don't have to look.
But I was just saying that because that was the only gripe. But everything else was amazing. Yeah. Trinidad was there. Haiti was there.
Trinidad James?
No,
the country.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Like Trinidad James.
Soca, nigga. Yo, Soca is big. Yo, Soca is big. All that carnival shit is Soca. So Soca is huge, and everybody was in attendance for the thing, and I just love that. You feel me? And that's really that's really the last music thing that I had to say. That's the last music thing I think that's.
I'm very happy you added that.
Because I didn't want to leave that out.
They deserve their
that shit happened a couple days ago, and if this nigga's in front of the Jamaican flag and I didn't say that shit, I would feel away.
Yeah, that's true.
So
very, very
thankfully, I wrote it down and I did enjoy it. And yes, sir, it was amazing. Wyclef, you're doing it. Yo,
we should go to the next one.
Wyclef.
We'll be there.
Anyway, you're there. Big up yourself, because that was amazing. That shit, the quality was amazing. Feel me? Well, a lot of shit has been going on
in our world outside of music.
A lot of shit has been going on. Niggas have been standing in front of the mugshot with the lean pose. Niggas standing in front of the mugshot with the lean pose. That nigga didn't even stand up straight. He did the lean with it.
I thought he was gonna smile or some shit, but he was just tough. He was like, nah, this is the rap album. It's the rap album cover. He just needs the parental advisory sticker on that bitch.
That nigga Trump got locked up the other day, son.
He made, I think he's gonna be, he estimated to make, in a week and a half, I think he made $20 million in campaign donations and t-shirt sales. He's bundling up the campaign
nigga, if you put Supreme, if that same shirt had Supreme on it, that shit would have fucking, that shit would have went skyrocketed. He didn't even need that shit, but nigga, that shit is crazy. Fannie Willis just brought out RICO charges against former President Trump and 19 other defendants. You feel
including, Mr. Piece of shit Rudy Giuliani. He used to be out here. He used to lock motherfuckers up with the Rico charges all the time. Shout out to my Soprano motherfuckers out there.
Shout out to the Sopranos.
And he's getting caught in a Rico.
That's what's funny, because he was the person who introduced the Rico and used it a different type of way. It was already there, but he's the one who used it to specifically target.
That's like such a full circle moment. I know he was tight when he got the letter in the mail. He was fucking sick.
Freezy, he used it to specifically target the mafia and the 5 families of New York. You feel me? Rudy Giuliani, everybody knows that name and respects that name. You feel me? He's directly in charge of that shit. You feel me?
I think what's even more interesting about that case is it's from the same DA, Willis, who is in charge of the YSL Rico that locked up Young Thug and Gunna and many, many, many other associates of YSL.
Would you look at that?
So I personally think she is probably just, I don't know if it's an election year for her soon, or she's trying to move up in the political realm.
Nigga, that's exactly what it is.
This is a lot of promotion and marketing from this district attorney.
Yeah, money is being made. You feel me?
She isn't the first. Obviously, Alvin Bragg did it here in New York for Trump. I think it was his first indictment. This is his fourth, right? His fourth?
I don't know. I just know that the niggas is trying to lock that nigga up. But on some real shit, they claim Trump stole the election in 2020. That's what they going after him for. You feel me?
I think this is actually about he made a phone call during the last election.
Really?
When it looked like he was going to lose, which he ultimately did.
Yeah, the same shit.
And he was asking
stole the election.
Votes. Yeah, like asking them to find votes.
Stealing the election.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. I thought you said 2016. Sorry.
No, 2020.
Trying to steal the election.
That's what the charges is against him, is like, yo, you trying to steal the election in 2020. But here's what
you could go first if you want.
Here is what we are going to do, right? After this. Lock up all of them niggas. Lock up all the politicians, because none of them niggas is innocent, bro. None of them niggas is innocent. Lock them all up, nigga, and start from scratch, nigga. Fuck out of here with that shit.
I think I mentioned this also.
Let's start from scratch, son.
I mentioned this on a pod so long ago.
That's the only way to solve fucking corruption is start from scratch, but they ain't gonna do that.
But the thing is, the problem with this is it's obviously a political move from all of the DAs have been Democratic DAs. You know what I mean? It's clearly let's lock him up because he might beat us in the election. I think he's polling above Biden by a lot right now. I think he's polling above Biden by about 5 points in most general election polls. And it sets a bad precedent. You know, Trump had bad cred because he did the lock her up thing against Hillary. And everybody was like, how can you lock up your political opponent? But now, since it's happening to Trump, you know, everybody's either turning a blind eye or turning the other cheek, or I don't understand it. It's bad if you lock up political opponents, no matter if they're Democrats or Republicans or even Trump. So it sets a bad precedent to now where if, you know, what do you think is going to happen when the Republicans win, ultimately, which is what I think is going to happen in the next election? They're immediately going to turn around and they're going to be like, hey, we should lock up Joe Biden because of Hunter Biden, because of Ukraine, because of corruption or whatever. You know,
listen,
they're going to find reasons to do
that's why I said lock up all of them niggas. They not innocent. Lock up all of them. They all evil. We said it before. Come on.
That might be the way to go.
We know what's happening, son.
That might be the way to go. But if you really want to keep this country stable, that shit should not be happening.
Lock up all of them. Them niggas is evil. All them niggas is evil. Ain't nobody is innocent, son. All them niggas is doing some grimy shit.
Everybody's
behind closed doors.
Everybody's corrupt to a sense. And I think we find that, you know, the TikTok that we posted recently about
Coke at the White House is doing numbers. Let's talk about it.
Arguing like crazy in the comments.
Glad you brought that up.
And it just goes to show these people don't give a fuck about you. But you out here caping for these motherfuckers like they're going to actually come in and change your life and swoop in like Superman.
Nah, Freezy, let them. That's what we need to make the shit push further. Keep commenting on the shit. Argue with each other. I ain't gonna get in the middle of it. Let's keep going.
No, you can argue. Hey, argue in the comment section. Argue in the comment section all you want. But I think the point of this pod is also to be like, hey guys, they're pulling the wool over your eyes, and you gotta wake the fuck up. But you could keep voting whichever way you want to vote. Comment on the video. That's great.
Lock all them niggas up. Them niggas all evil. Fuck it. Fuck out of here with that shit. You ain't gonna trick me, son. But I do have this thing that happened the other day that was across all headlines. The wildfires, the alleged wildfires.
I don't know if it's
Hawaii.
Alleged wildfire. It's just alleged how they started.
Wildfires.
How they started.
So this is my main question. So
are you jumping out the window with this? Are you gonna?
You are telling me it was a mere coincidence.
I did see this.
The most expensive parts of Hawaii burnt down. This is the same land that was being held by everyday people for the past 30 years so niggas wouldn't come over and conquer the land. The same land was burnt down. People have been holding out like, yo, we ain't gonna sell to a big corporation. We want it for the family. You understand? We ain't gonna sell out. That same land is the shit that's burnt down. That's a coincidence. That'd be a mere coincidence. That's a mere coincidence that
I don't think
the people that have been holding out
it shouldn't be outlandish to call that out and question that shit. But people think it's a problem if you go ahead and question that shit.
Listen here. We are unfiltered and we talk truth over here. Let's talk about it. Could this have been an act of war? Niggas burned down places, you feel me? With some weapons that these... And you know what's crazy? Niggas overseas, China and the rest of them niggas is saying, yo, we got some new laser beams right after this shit happened. So I'm just like, yo, these niggas is saying they got laser beams that could burn forever.
I don't know if it's...
So that was a wildfire? Let's talk. Is that really a wildfire? These niggas is burning down shit.
I think it's more likely that...
Have niggas jumping in the ocean.
People with money in our own country burn down the poor parts of Maui that they wanted to burn down. Because as soon as those wildfires happen and people are speaking with the news and they're speaking their truth and their experience of how it was during that wildfire, they're saying that immediately after, like they're sitting in the ashes of their homes and their property, trying to see what they can pick up. They're getting calls and messages from land developers, real estate developers, trying to buy up their land. So I don't know if we should be scared about China and Russia doing it to us. I think we should be scared about the people with money in our own country doing it.
No, of course, nigga.
I think Stuart got something.
I ain't putting it past none of them. All them niggas is evil. The niggas, nobody is spared. All them niggas is evil. We just live in their system. All right.
And I don't know if y'all saw this, but fucking The Rock and Oprah. It's funny, similar to what y'all saying. All they're trying to do it, and they put it in real specific words like this too. For all the Maui survivors and all that, they're giving you cash money. They ain't trying to. It's not like Katrina. They're not trying to rebuild your home. They're trying to give you money.
Put a fucking hotel on that
Exactly.
bitch.
Exactly.
They trying to put a hotel there.
We're literally displacing
corruption
people. We're displacing people, and then they have nothing left. So instead of helping them take it back, like Stuart is saying, they're taking advantage of the situation and taking more money from it.
Biden pulled up and fell asleep on them niggas. You seen that? Yeah.
360 deals.
You seen that shit?
It's a real estate 360 deal, though, for a fact.
Yo, Freezy. Them niggas fucking... That nigga Biden pulled up, niggas was saying, fuck you, nigga. That nigga pulled up in the Tahoe, and niggas saying, fuck you. This nigga fell asleep at the conference. And the same day he went there, this nigga's droozy. This nigga fucking falling asleep. This nigga slurring his words like always. This nigga don't give no fucks, bro.
It shows a bigger point.
Nigga don't give no fuck, nigga. This nigga making jokes.
How the fuck this motherfucker falling asleep? How he's falling asleep at the conference? How your one job is to stay awake and listen to what these people got to say. That's the whole reason you're there. That just shows that the whole reason you're there is actually just to buy some political polling points or whatever the fuck.
Nigga, you need. Infinite bodies dropped that day, and this nigga was sleeping and making jokes the same day.
And not only that,
fuck out of here, bro.
He took a week and a half. He was on vacation for 3 weeks in the Hamptons or some bullshit like that.
I forgot about that too.
No comment, motherfucker. And that's what really set them off. Because you're too busy. You're on fucking vacation while we're losing everything, and we're not getting any assistance from the government. Meanwhile,
it was a planned attack.
We've got billions of dollars going out to help fund war.
Way more than they giving the niggas in Hawaii. I'm telling you that straight.
They said they giving the people in Hawaii $700 checks. They're saying good luck. Literally, look at it. There's $700 checks. Bullshit.
Fuck out of here with that shit. Fuck out of here with that shit.
And then they wonder why. Or do so many people flock to somebody like a Trump or choose not to even be involved in the whole political process in the first place? It's because you guys are not giving us anything to vote for, to support. Because you don't support us. So I always support your ass. Some people don't understand it. Some people don't understand that shit.
Them niggas is corrupt niggas running the country and making money and trying to make as much money as possible and not give a fuck about the interests of the people living in it.
And talk about it. I mean, keeping it up with natural disasters. You know, Florida's getting hit with the hurricane right now as we speak. It's wiping out a lot of the state, allegedly. I
gotta check on my peoples down there.
I think on the west side, like near Tampa and like that, they shut down. Like streets were flooded out.
Upstate. Okay. I gotta check my peoples. I gotta check my peoples down there. But shout out to everybody in Florida. Y'all niggas is used to it. Hopefully it's not that bad. But I haven't seen the news. You feel me? But my grandpa did say that storm was gonna blow. You understand?
You can feel it. You can feel it when you're down. I mean, I'm sure when you're down there, he's probably had experience with that before because it's more common over there. But again, it's poor planning and poor help from our government. And then when you take a closer look at it, we talk about Joe Biden sleeping in the conference in Maui. What about, I don't know if you were able to see Mitch McConnell taking a nap? Were you able to see Mitch McConnell taking a nap in person? You know, it went very viral. It happened twice recently. Mitch McConnell, who was a Republican Senate majority leader, or minority now because they're in the... he's a majority. He has been having, basically, from my medical sources that I have, he's actually having like mini strokes when he's going on camera and they're asking him questions.
Wait, is that the same nigga that froze the other day?
Yes, that's exactly
the same
what
nigga
I'm
that.
talking
Yo,
about.
that nigga. Let's talk about public speaking real quick.
He is. He's
having
having mini strokes.
Public speaking.
But the worst part is when he's having mini strokes.
That shit is that nigga's getting anxiety, bro. That's public speaking.
It's not anxiety. He's motherfucking 100,000 years old.
Fam,
he's ancient.
Fam, he looked into the camera like, yo, I don't know what to say right now. Nigga was whispering to him.
But doesn't that show? If he's supposed to be someone that's in control, he's not just in control of politics in his state. He's in control of politics as a country. He's very high. I think if 5 people die, he's the 5th person in line to be the president. You know what I mean? In the position that he's in.
That nigga froze on camera. That's called stage fright.
When you see the video, his aides next to him are coming up and are like,
that's what I'm saying. They whispering. They're like, yo, say this real quick.
Yo, you're fucking tweaking out, motherfucker. Like, wake up. And they're like, yeah, this, it's fine. It's all good. Well, my problem is, too, the journalists that are there asking him the questions and seeing him freeze up, they're not like, hello, what the fuck is going on? Why is he frozen up?
They can't say nothing. There? They gonna get tackled by nigga. They gonna get tackled
exactly,
by
like why are you not like, hey, is this motherfucker alive? How is he in control of our politics? It doesn't make any sense.
Nigga, them niggas is scared to talk.
They don't care. It's all about the bag for them.
Scared to talk.
Money is the biggest corruptor, and all these motherfuckers is falling into that.
Same thing as that Biden.
Exactly, and it's so obvious. It's so obvious, and then people say like it's not obvious at all.
As a country right now, we are weak.
Exactly.
Politically and monetarily.
And Mitch McConnell's a Republican. You have Dianne Feinstein on the other end. She had like a congressional hearing to where, again, she has no idea what's going on. She's just going off on a ramble, and her aide is right there next to her whispering in her ear. The mic picks it up. Shut the fuck up, please. Just stop talking. Like,
I didn't even peep that part.
It's over. Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, she's like, no, just say this. Literally giving her directions of what she should say in a congressional hearing.
Yeah.
And a matter of fact, in that congressional hearing, we're moving to...
We're weak right now. America's weak.
Have the defense budget go up by a couple billion, I'm pretty sure. So it just goes to show, again, these people are in control of our system. Not even the politicians are in control of anything. They're not even in control of themselves.
Nigga.
But it's true. And when you bring it up, they go, shh. They go, shh. So...
Nigga, they scared. The journalist there is scared. They don't want to get tackled by the Secret Service.
They're not, at this point, to be honest.
They need us in there to rile up things.
These journalists are not real journalists. I don't know if you remember in history class way back in the day, the real journalists were actually the poor and working class people that were fed up enough to go and ask questions.
Yeah, you did say that.
You know what I mean? So, it is what it is. It's your show.
It's just time, you feel me? And to me, on some real shit, as we talk about America going into a spiral downfall in all categories. I do want to talk about how important the internet is, and I feel like the internet is taking a turn right now. It's going towards the truth. Like the meme pages is posting the conspiracy theories. We're starting to hear this more. Niggas is not silent no more. The internet, to me, is like, they say that the internet is unmatched, right? We always say the internet is undefeated, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like the internet is like going towards this truth. It's going to it always displays the truth in things that want to be hidden. You feel me? The untold secrets always get told on the internet, son. And there's only so much that you could censor. You feel me? Exactly. And I feel like right now, this climate that we're in is like the most woke time period ever. That any answer that you want is on the internet. Everything that you want to know is on the internet.
These same people that are controlling our lives and our government and our economies are also now turning to try and control the internet with more censorship, more demonetization, more bullshit and fuckery, basically. Exactly.
Yeah, but exactly. I just want to say how
you got to say it's fake, that they're lying. That if you don't follow a certain script, that you're a fucking lying, crazy son of a bitch, basically.
But I feel like the internet is going towards this path of truth, and the truth will prevail. The truth will prevail, son. And I feel like the internet
with something like the
is
internet
doing that. They didn't know it could do that, but it's going towards the truth way.
It's because when you have a big majority of the people using it that all see this, I mean, even like someone like Tucker Carlson, who you can have whatever opinion you want to have on him, he's going on Twitter to make his own show since he got fucking the boot from Fox News, and he's clocking in 100 million views on an interview with Trump. He's probably at 200
niggas is building their platforms. And nigga Cuomo too, that was on CNN. That nigga's on YouTube doing shit, and he does more numbers. He's talking his shit
than TV does, than these cable news channels.
It is better to be independent.
Exactly.
You should be building both, but now you get released, and you know that you got to build both.
Once people get kicked off of shit like that, they start their talking points and their logic and what they have to say make a lot more sense and seem a lot more real. It's almost as if the people in control of their paychecks were telling them to say something different.
Nigga, is that a question? It was. Nigga, you're told to do this. Nigga, yo, talk about this. You can't go too crazy on this side, bro. Over here, we not monitored like that. We is unfiltered, and the truth will prevail.
No one's signing our checks.
Truth will come to light. Yet. And probably ever.
And then once they do, we will sell out. Exactly like everybody else.
Nah, nigga. We the truth. You feel me? We the only niggas spitting the truth. We the only niggas spitting the truth. Gen Z has something to say.
And on that point,
niggas born in 2000 have something to say.
The difference between, just to contrast somebody who, people who don't really care about whoever's signing those checks. Just want to touch on. Maybe the final point on this. It's a sad note, to be honest. It made me sad when I saw this shit. There's the Streamies happened. You saw? Shout out RDC World. They won a big award
shout
again.
Shout out RDC World.
Kai,
shout out AMP.
Speed,
You feel me?
AMP. They all won awards.
Wait. Since we talking about Kai fucking did that shit in New York, and
that was in between pods too.
It was in between pods. That nigga did a giveaway, and
he blew up the Lower East Side. I think
them niggas was going crazy. You feel me? Them niggas was going crazy for no reason, and I'm sad that he got convicted with Duke. You feel me? From AMP. You feel me? But
I heard Phantom just fled and he was chilling.
But you see, the thing with Phantom is that nigga gotta chill. Because that nigga was wilding with them and he didn't get called, you feel me?
Yeah, he got
so
lucky.
Phantom, if you ever hear this, bro, you gotta chill because them niggas could build the case, you feel me? Them niggas could build the case. Them niggas let some niggas go and they take some niggas, and
I forgot about that.
You could be put into that, you feel me? You was a part of AMP and you was there that day, so
that reminds me of fucking Andrew Schultz, who said that Taylor Swift is Michael Jackson. I never seen Taylor Swift do that. Taylor Swift can never do what Kai Cenat did in Manhattan.
Bro, are her tours bringing up our economy?
bro. But that's the cult following. Her cult following will sell concert tickets.
So you're jacking that.
Some shit like that. Kai's fan base blew up Manhattan.
Bro, all this is Kai's fans are niggas, bro.
I know. Honestly, that's what I was thinking too.
To me,
that's what I was thinking.
To me, it wasn't his fault, and you can't control niggas going crazy. To me, I feel like he didn't know how big he was. He didn't know that, you representing all of New York, nigga.
I think he knew
niggas gonna come out. Niggas, to me, his planning should have been better, and he should have bought the permits or whatever and had a venue, you feel me? He'll learn from his experience. He's a young nigga just like us, you feel me?
Oh, now he's doing Rush Hour 4.
That was big.
Nah, fuck you.
That was big.
We were supposed to do that.
We should have did that, low key. I'm not gonna lie. We can still do that though. But that was a great marketing thing. That nigga dropped Rush Hour. That's
Rush Hour 4.
That was good. That nigga Kai know what he doing.
That was pretty
and
funny.
The production value on that shit was fire too. I'm not gonna lie to you. You feel me?
Anyways, moving back to the Streamies. At the Streamies, we went off on a tangent. That was funny. That was good though.
We do what we want over here.
Speed
I got you.
Was at the Streamies, and Kai was essentially begging for Speed's forgiveness. He's been telling Twitch, I'm going to leave Twitch unless Speed gets unbanned because I Show Speed turned into... leave, nigga. I Show Speed turned into I Show Meat. And he
shouldn't have to beg no nigga to unban a nigga. And that nigga makes you all the money.
Let's be real. He was wilding. He did that shit on purpose, by the way.
What?
He flashed his cock on purpose, bro. Come on, be real, bro. You know he flashed his shit on purpose for the numbers. This is the biggest numbers you ever gonna get. That's the biggest numbers you ever gonna get flashing your meat on camera. I don't know if you'll top that.
I feel like it was nigga. It was an accident.
He went from doing the CU with Ronaldo to showing his meat on cam.
Nigga, it worked in his favor. I feel like it worked in his favor.
Now.
I think it worked in his favor,
you
to be
said
honest.
it worked in his favor, but then when he goes to the streamies and they're in front of the CEO of
He
Twitch,
still won an award, right?
he won an award,
Yeah.
but it's not
Numbers
a Twitch
don't lie.
award.
Numbers don't lie.
He's making his money off of Twitch.
Numbers don't lie.
He's making his money off of Twitch, so he's going to that streaming awards, and Kai's begging for his forgiveness in front of the Twitch CEO, and you see Speed damn near on his knees begging for forgiveness, taking a bow at the white man. And that doesn't look wild. That doesn't look crazy.
I don't know. That was kind of corny. I'm not gonna lie. Niggas shouldn't
That's
even
some
beg
wild
for
shit.
forgiveness. And that, the way how that nigga make money.
but that's the thing. He has to because he's getting the majority of his monetization off of Twitch.
Nigga, any platform that he goes, the fans will follow him. He's that
He
crazy.
could go to Kick and Rumble and sign an exclusive deal, but he knows maybe he thinks that won't last forever or whatever the fuck, and he's trying to keep his options open.
I think he's big.
They're giving $30 million deals out to everybody.
He's big. He's
how
big.
how long can that last? You know,
How long could they work? How long could they work for them? It was a big thing. You feel me? It was a big thing, and that nigga is big. You feel me? That nigga Speed is.
Wait,
he
what?
has a following.
You say he was what?
This nigga. His following, his fan base is big.
Thank you.
Since you wanted me to clarify. since you wanted me to clarify.
All right. I think I'm good.
Today was an amazing pod.
A nice
you feel
catch
me?
up, big intermission pod
You feel me?
with the guys.
The
With
guys are in
brethrens.
attendance. Hopefully you heard Stu on the mic. When we play it back, we'll know.
No, if
but-
anything, no, I can fix that. If anything.
But
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
this was a legendary episode. We are how many episodes?
13 pods deep.
Who would have knew?
Who was thinking? Huh?
Who would have knew? We still putting in the work. Feel me?
Just like Baby Alien was putting in that work as well.
Like the episode. Like the like all of our platforms.
Hammer. Telling you.
We like I said, we are on TikTok. We are on most podcast listening platforms. Like the video. Feel me? Comment. Keep commenting. Shout out to TikTok like we always do. You feel me? Shout out Instagram. You feel me? And we're here. You feel me? We 13 pods in and way more to go. We building the catalog. You feel me?
Catch you on the flippity flip.
Shout out everybody. Good luck with everything.
Peace.
We'll catch you guys later. You feel me?
Peace out for the Mandem too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.